Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where today we're doing something a little bit different. Well, we've done it in the past. So what this stream is going to be is it isn't focused on us flying anywhere. We're going to be focused on the Xbox and PlayStation versions of the sim running the new beta build that released on Friday. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to keep a list of everything that we check out, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on the PlayStation later on. And we're going to just see how things are going. Overall, free flight for pretty much all the aircraft are doing really well. Not really seeing memory issues or really any major things going on. We'll see if that continues throughout this stream and the testing that we do. But career mode, I'm still seeing a lot of memory issues, WASM crashes, and things like that. So we're going to be testing that out on both the Xbox and PlayStation 5 Pro. Of course, on the Xbox side, we're on a Series X. So, Series X, PS5 Pro, we'll do some testing here and see what's going on. So, we'll do some quick tests in free flight. I'm not going to worry about it too much, just for the fact that, at least in my testing, outside of the ATR is broke for some reason on the Xbox. I can't get it to work. It just spawns frozen. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But third-party planes like the A350 should be doing alright. We may as well just kind of do a quick little taxi and takeoff out of LAX. And just see how the performance is overall. Because, I mean, there's some instances where, you know, load times are long. I'm not sure if that's a side effect of them just trying to make the sim kind of load some more stuff in before it throws you into it. But interested to just see how the frame rate does, and go from that. Avi, hello, Monorific, Silent, Dav, Simon, Ethan, Captain, and Ross. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Again, PC and Xbox have the original 2024 trailer as their load screen, and the PlayStation 5 has the PlayStation trailer as their load screen video. There is no changing that. That is why it looks different. Honda Jet is broken on PS5, it now crashes. So third-party planes, especially during a beta, can sometimes have other issues going on just because the developers need to do something with their aircraft. Things might change with how the sim loads things, so just keep that in mind. Some planes and stuff like that, and add-ons in general, can break if you join the beta. Currently, there is no A380 on the in-sim marketplace. PC has the fly-by-wire A380, but the marketplace, there isn't one. I know Any Builds is working on an A380. Let's see. Will PS5 my goodness. Microsoft Flight Sim PS5 get the A350? I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. But yeah, now you can kind of see what I was talking about with the longer loading time. It's a very noticeable thing, both on the Xbox and PlayStation in this beta build. Not sure if it's just like I was talking about, where they're just wanting the sim to load some more stuff in before it drops you into it to avoid memory issues. Oh, I think we do it from the nose. But you have a lot of this going on. I mean, we get some hard freezes and so forth. So, I mean, yeah, we're not getting memory issues, but performance-wise, I don't know where that shock is at. But we'll see how it does on the ground. Because I was doing stuff with the A330 over the weekend as well, where everything was going good on there. You get to an airport and land after a few hours. Where is the chalk in the world? I'm just gonna do it from the cockpit, whatever. I do not feel like looking around for it anymore. we go. That's how we remove that. The other thing I need to test too... You know what? Hang on. I do want to get rid of it, just in case that is conflicting with things. Because anytime I do these tests, I didn't realize I had it installed still. Hang on. But anytime I'm in a beta format, I want as vanilla of an experience as possible. I want everything that I had installed removed. Because like we were just talking about, when you do go into these beta environments with add-ons, some things can conflict with it. So it's always good to go vanilla first, see if everything's still the same. Because then you can say, okay, it wasn't because of this add-on causing any issues with the sim. So let me get rid of that if this wants to load here. And by add-ons, I mean, you know, just things like the ATG. It's a great add-on, but I don't want it right now. Because I'm just interested to see if that'll help kind of eliminate the longer loading time, possibly. Make sure everything else is gone that I don't need. The planes don't matter, I just want to make sure there's no flight trackers or anything like that. Just turning it all off, which that's the case. Perfect. Alright, let me try that again. I'm going to restart the sim because I wanted to do a fresh install. Since we were already at LAX, it would probably be a bit of a faster load time just because of that. So we'll do that. We're going to be restarting the sim a lot. Either because of crashes, especially once we get into the career mode side of things, and then of course, just wanting to restart it every so often. But maybe, I think for now, we'll just do back-to-back loads, just to see how the sim handles that. If we start noticing more and more issues with it, then we'll reboot the entire sim. But hopefully everybody's having a fantastic start to their week, and hopefully you'll end up enjoying this. Again, it is not your typical flight stream or anything like that. We are going to be going back and forth through menus, switching to different planes, so we're not really going to be flying too much. It's all about just the initial loads into the sim, especially when it comes to career mode. So always want to mention that early on, that way people aren't surprised when we're really not flying too much. Let me also get this all posted up. There's that. Because this is a lot of what I do when a beta's out. I just always like to live stream it from time to time, just to kind of showcase what I do with my beta tests. But alright, let's see how this does without any third-party interference regarding add-ons running in the background. And then I already have my notes open, so that way we can just have a nice full log. Obviously I won't be able to test the A350 side of things on the PlayStation, but we'll go to like the A330 and just kind of see how the setup goes between the two. Did you see I said to Microsoft that they should pay you to go to Sim Expo? No? Why are we doing that? What in the world? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I look at those events, I mean, I'm sure it's cool and all that stuff, but what do you do there? Like, it feels more it's about, like, peripherals and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure companies bring, like, early previews and stuff of their products and all that, but... maybe if they ever do it in Denver, I'll go, because I don't... because it's, like, $1,200 just to get there, and hotels and all. It's like, I'm not spending that. No. Trying to buy a new GPU for my PC, looking up sales and stuff. Things have gotten pretty expensive. They certainly have, Studio. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be around the 50-ish frames per second or so, for the most part. Hey, John! And Sush, hello, hello. Hopefully we'll soon have liveries on PS5, 7 months, and still flying EasyJet and Kayla. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on third-party stuff if there's no permission to use it. So right off the bat, I'm already noticing this is kicked off to a much smoother frame rate immediately. Compared to... well, of course I say that, and then it's just like, no, you're not. But it seems faster without the airline livery pack. Because with the airline livery pack, it was kind of really hindering us, which is why I wanted to get rid of it. And just a prime example of, if something's going wrong with your sim, check those third-party add-ons and mods you have installed first, and see if you replicate the same situation that you were seeing without the add-on. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. But yep, so no memory pop-up, no anything. I have seen an uptick in low bandwidth for some reason. I'm on a gigabit speed, so I know it's not that. It just looks so boring without it. I mean, I do love that add-on, but it's definitely doing something weird in the beta, so we'll leave it alone for now. Because the other reason I want the Xbox side of things to be vanilla is because obviously on PlayStation we don't have all those add-ons. All we have is a helicopter and a selection of aircraft. So trying to keep this as similar to each other as possible. I know we have the A350 here, but I always love picking this aircraft to start off my testing because it's a performance hog. And it was horrendous when Sim Update 5 released, so it's always a good testing bed aircraft to use here. Let the pushback tug disconnect. We'll just do a quick takeoff, just kind of see how the lay of the land's going. You know, draw distance, all that fun stuff. Well, I appreciate it, Simon. How do you push back, please? That is a trade secret, and I won't tell you. I'm just kidding. So if you go to Settings, Controls, Search, you don't have to do toggle, but if you just do toggle or just pushback, you'll get to the same spot. And I have it set to Y and down on the D-pad, which is triangle and down on the D-pad for the PlayStation equivalent. So you can just tap that once, it'll tell the pushback tug to come over. Even if there's no pushback tug available, you'll just have an invisible one pushing you back. And then of course, you tap Y and down on D-pad, or triangle down on D-pad again to stop the pushback from happening. Notice the audio was a bit crackly when we came back out of the menu there. Getting some low frames when we first come back into it. Again, I'm not too shocked by it. I mean, it's not going to be perfect 100% of the time, especially with an aircraft like this, but it's caught up pretty quickly. Yeah, I saw the whole Any Builds thing. I'm sure it'll be 80, 90 bucks. I don't know if I want to buy that. I don't really have that much interest in the A380 personally, but if you end up purchasing it when it does release, hopefully you enjoy it. Have I tried the B-2? No, I don't really buy military aircraft in Flight Sim. And Alborg, a good day to you as well. Welcome, welcome. Weekend was great, John. Hopefully yours was as well. Get that crappy frame drop when you're trying to line up on the runway. It's still not as smooth as it was in Sim Update 4 performance-wise, though. At least not on the airport. But we'll see. Well, I'm interested to see how this does on takeoff. External camera. Doing decent. It's caught up now. Good draw distance. You can see downtown LA back there, which is really good. You know, I mean, there was a time when you were flying third-party airliners, even the first-party airliners, and I know we're overspeeding here, but that's okay. But there was a time when you flew these airliners and the draw distance was half a mile, not even that. It was pretty horrendous, so. But yeah, once we get out of the LAX perimeter, everything pretty much smooths out. Oh. Left my showcase camera there. You mean this UI? Hang on, it'll pop up. You just go to where we were, settings, flight interface, and then you can turn off the cockpit HUD, which is HUD and cockpit view, and of course the HUD and external view. But yeah, I mean, pretty much right after you leave the airport area, things are pretty much perfect. And of course, all these tests are done with the console settings at medium, which is the highest they go, live weather, and live air traffic, and multiplayer on. So, just in case you're wondering what my settings are regarding that. But good detail and photogrammic imagery down there. They're not really too low on the settings. You get some nice visuals from it. And then we'll just circle around and then get another landing into LAX, and then we'll continue our tests from there. You are welcome, game. And Julio, hi, Mr. Cowtown. That livery on the airplane 350 looks amazing. Safe travel. It's a great livery, I agree. And Kappa, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Had a blast last Friday night. Probably the most fun I've had playing the game, especially since I can't fly the 747 in career mode since the last update. Welco, I'm glad you enjoyed that stream. That was a really fun flight. So we'll definitely try to do more Friday night flights. For sure. How do I make this cutscene on PS5? I always press start flying and miss it. Are you talking about this? I don't know what we're talking about, I'm gonna be honest. Because this is just showcase camera. Or drone camera. They have two different names for it for whatever reason, but... But yeah, I mean, nice and smooth, nothing to really complain about. Which, in case you're just joining again, in my testing on the beta builds for the console, free flight, I don't know if I've ever seen the memory issue pop up. And I've been going to the problematic airports like Dallas and Amsterdam and Tokyo and Heathrow, all that type of stuff just to see if I run into it. But third-party planes and first-party planes, I don't see it anymore. The big issue is still in career mode, unfortunately. Or if you try to fly the A330, the A321, the A320, you're having a much higher chance of running into WASM crashes and the dreaded low memory prompt. So we're going to be checking all that stuff out. Just thought we would start off with free flight, just to kind of showcase the airliners and how they do spawning into the world. So let's go ahead and drop our altitude here. And NL Agolgo, hello, hello, welcome. And you are welcome, Dav. I've been enjoying the Aviator Edition, but today I tried the C-46 and got to 1,200 feet and it dropped out of the sky. That is very odd. I'm glad you did the A350. I'm going to London on it on Thursday. Oh, very nice. Hopefully I have a fantastic flight on the A350. And Edgy, yes, that is the main priority for this beta build, is the low memory issues, performance, all that type of stuff. Absolutely. And yes, this is a, I think I spent $80 on this aircraft. If I'm not mistaken. And yes, that was $80, in case you were wondering. And we'll circle on back, and then we will continue our test. We'll just hit some other airports with different aircraft, mainly the airliners. And we'll do that in free flight, then we'll move over to career mode. And that's where the fun kind of stops, because that's where we're going to start seeing those memory issues pop up more and more. Oh, Tommy, I'm pretty sure these types of aircraft will get over to the PlayStation as well. I would be highly surprised if they don't, because I'm sure any builds wants to bring, you know, the A350 and their other selection of aircraft into the PlayStation marketplace. Oh yeah, we got the seats in here. There was one person that commented every single day after that Constellation video came out. He was very upset that I didn't like the plane. I mean, I liked aspects of it. I wasn't like, oh, you know, I just thought it was overpriced. I don't think it was worth $42. But there was one guy, he just kept commenting every day, you need to apologize to Red Wing. It's a great plane. Just because you didn't look at the manual doesn't mean, you know, he was just so focused on me not liking the UI that was popped up, which I guess you could turn off, whatever. Shouldn't be starting off with it on anyways. That's besides the point. I still liked other aspects of it. I just didn't think it was worth $42. So, I mean, it's just like, if you think it's worth $42, good for you. I just didn't. So, it was just so. I ended up blocking him because I just got sick of him commenting every single day. But yeah, it's just, if I don't think it's worth the price, I'm gonna say it's not worth the price. If it was 20 bucks, yeah, you know, it'd be a decent plane to kind of fly around a little bit, but they were asking for too much on it, so I'm gonna say it. The sim is, I mean, if you're just playing on the public version of Sim Update 5, it's broke on both the Xbox and PlayStation regarding the memory issues and everything like that. What we're currently playing is the beta, which is available on both platforms. Yep, exactly, exactly. And I just base my opinion off of the hundreds of aircraft I've flown, ranging from $15 up to, like, this plane here for $80. You know, it's just, that's how I'm gonna do it, and that's that. But yeah, the A350 is not on PlayStation. The other thing I've noticed, I think the bug where you don't see players within, like, unless they're 5 miles or closer. I could be wrong, but I think I have. I don't know why the nameplates are off, anyways. But even with the nameplates on, it seems like that short draw distance for the nameplates is back. And the AI still like to disappear. You'll see them for a bit. It's like, oh, that's cool. Look at their contrast, and then they're gone. And it's like, oh, okay. It's weird too because the traffic collision avoidance system (TCAS) continues to see them, and then it'll freak out for a while. And so there's a couple things going on that I'd like to see improved on as well. Oh, great. I think I see a Korean Airlines flight lined up. Good. Just sit there and wait. You don't have to land or take off yet. Unless this is multiplayer. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know why my nameplates are off anyways. I didn't turn them off, so. Very good.
400. 300. 200. 100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Really hard to tell. I mean, if I need to look, was that multiplayer? Because a lot of those frame drops could have been because of multiplayer. I may turn that off for the stream here, just because I don't want that interfering. Because we already know multiplayer can cause those frame drops at any airport. Where is the? Is it interface? There it is. Yeah, it was multiplayer, so I might turn that off for the stream, because that's going to interfere with my testing. Because now it's hard to tell, is this because the airport, or is because multiplayer can cause that. We know that's the case. We'll leave it alone for now. Because, I mean, over here we're nice and smooth, so... I'm going to chalk that major frame freezes on the multiplayer side, as opposed to it being the airport doing that. Because I knew it wasn't AI, because that airliner was just sitting there the whole time, so... Because now we're at a decent frame rate again. Obviously, it's a bit lower. I'm not too surprised by it. It doesn't want to really load the United hangar back here. There it goes. Oh, sort of. Not really. But yeah, as for frame rates, I mean, it's going to be a handcrafted airport, especially LAX. A lot of photogrammic imagery going on. And processing this behemoth of an aircraft. So I think it's still doing pretty good, all things considered. So, nice. Test number 1 done. So now what we're going to do for the rest of the free flight, we're going to hop into the first party planes and just kind of make our way through airports that we were not having a great time with in the default sim. So we'll start off with JFK with an A320neo. And for the majority of this, we're not going to be really flying anymore. This is all going to be just load times, seeing how it does, if it handles it well. And we're going to go back to these same airports, because then we can kind of cross-reference pretty much. We're going to see its free flight stability and performance that it's going with, and seeing if that replicates in the career mode, which for the most part, it probably won't. So this is where my listing will start. And then we're going to just replicate the exact same steps now that we're doing here on the Xbox Series X on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and go from that just to see how it does. So A320neo. V2. KJFK. At gate. Whatever this is. I need to look back at it on the replay. Oh. Okay, never mind. We are getting... That's the first time I've seen memory issues in free flight. I mean, I've never really liked the V2 or the A320, if I'm going to be honest with you. I never liked it when it came out on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. It just never felt like a very good optimized aircraft. Alright, so, good to know. Let me get the right gate. So, I don't think we're going to have this thing start up at all then. Gate B1. Low memory prompt. And I'm going to assume we're going to get the orange screens here. Free flight. There we go. And then I'm just going to create this list here and then update my posting that I made. I just want to see if the screens actually pop up with the orange or if they're going to just stay blank the whole time. And Golgo, I was pretty happy with that landing. See? People can't tell me you can't fly with a controller. And Paul, hello, good evening to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic, or had a fantastic Monday. Hello, ST. Music, I mean, it's just based off my experience with it, we're still not close to it being releasable. I mean, there's still the memory issues, especially if you're flying in career a lot. That is where a majority of these issues are happening. I'm honestly surprised seeing it happen in free flight. It's the first time I've really seen that. But yeah, the screens won't ever turn on because it's pretty much a Wasm crash. Interesting. All right. Next. And again, for now, I'm going to just kind of brute force this and not restart all the time. If it does end up becoming more and more of an issue, we will restart more often. This next one, we're gonna shift over to the A321. At EGLL. At gate 561. Let me update this to and Wasm crash. Alright, A321 in Heathrow. See how this one does. How do you restart a flight plan? So in the top right of the EFB, like if you're doing it in the EFB, there's a little like circle, 2 arrows in a circle pattern. You can hit that to reset your flight plan. No time frame on when the A350 will arrive on the PlayStation 5 marketplace at the moment. Hopefully soon though, Ghost. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And yeah, I saw that Mach 2. Alright, looking a lot better here for the A321 in Heathrow. No issues, pretty decent load time. And everything's starting off nicely. Just really trying to catch up with its frame rate here. Almost there. We're still low. Keeps reloading the gear texture, which is a really odd one there. But everything else is fine. All the planes are in. By the way, what's that player at? Oh no, never mind. Now I'm seeing somebody at 67 nautical miles. Okay. It's just really weird because I know I'm not losing my mind. It just sometimes it doesn't want to show anybody unless they're really close. You saw the British Airways just disappear. That's been happening a lot more, I feel. Both on the ground and in the air. I was talking about it earlier where you'll see a plane, AI related, and as it gets closer to you, it'll just disappear and never come back. So, definitely something to work out on that. Come on, push back, Tug. Let's Come with me, we'll fly together. But yeah, a little hefty. It doesn't really like looking that way too much, but... Oh, magical British Airways 608 popping in here. But overall, looking pretty decent. I mean, obviously we'll have some frame drops going in and out of the different camera perspectives, but it seems to catch up pretty quickly. I just want to get over to the runway here and see how it does. Because you can already see we're getting a ton of freezes just by taxiing a little bit. I mean, overall performance is, it's hit or miss. I guess we'll put it that way. There's moments where it's really nice and smooth, like what we're seeing here. But we'll see how it does once we turn onto the runway. But yeah, again, regarding restarting your flight plan, just open the EFB, go to the Flight Planner app, and then in the top right, you'll see, not that button, hang on. Go to the route page, and then you'll see the reset. You'll click that, reset, and you'll have a blank slate for whatever flight plan you're wanting to create. Apollo, for the most part, in free flight, it's pretty decent. We did run into the memory issues here today in the stream with the A320 V2 at JFK Airport. But I mean, overall, it's much better than the default SU5 build that came out and completely destroyed everything, especially when it came to the airliners. But in career mode, the same can't be said. I mean, we're going to see a lot of memory issues and just overall odd things, I'm sure. Let me just do a quick takeoff here. Kind of have it shifted to the right here just so we can kind of see how it's doing while also looking at all the handcrafted aspects of the airport here. External camera. Doing really good, actually. Nice. Which this has been kind of my experience with the airliners in general. In free flight is, you know, it's just that A320 V2 was kind of an outlier of my free flight experience with them. Cool. Alright, so A321, decent, some low frames taxiing, but decent. Perfect. Alright, Amsterdam next. Or more specifically, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. We'll hop over into the A330 for this one. Which will go to... Well, do I want to spawn over? We'll spawn over here. A330. Echo Ham. EHAM, right? Yes. And gate R82. Now let me be more specific here. The A330, 300, Rolls-Royce. And then I think after this test, Because the 737, I don't really run into many issues both in free flight or career mode. We'll see if that continues with the tests here. And of course, we'll have a bit of a framey start as it loads everything in. That's not too surprising, and not something that's going to bug me too much. We'll just see how long it takes for it to catch up to where it needs to be. Still freaking out a little bit. How's the cockpit looking? Good, the tablet to the left is on, so that'll work. Looks like it's caught up to everything. We're already at a nice smooth look, which is great. Just a few stutters going from outside inside. Yeah, I mean, little audio pop there. But other than that, everything's loading in nice. Decent frame rate. Nothing too major regarding complete freezes. Thanks, Pushback. If you go to settings and then additional settings at the bottom of that, there's an experimental third-person view in walk around. I hear a fighter jet flying over in real life. Hey Jadu, hello, hello. Is there an option to see cross-play people's liveries on Xbox? I'm not sure what that means. Like, if somebody on PC has a livery pack, you'll have to own the same livery pack in order to see it. So, for example, that Delta Airlines Olympics, LA Olympics livery, if you owned it, and you own the A350 and that livery pack, you would see it. But if you don't own the plane or the pack, you wouldn't see that livery. If that's what we're asking. Where am I from? I'm from Mississippi. It's doing fine. I mean, obviously it's going to have some weird little hiccups here as the camera moves, which I'd like to see out of the way. Because, I mean, the A330 became one of my main airliners to fly in Sim Update 4, and then Sim Update 5 came out and completely ruined all of it, so I'm glad to see we're getting back to that SU4 time frame. And yep, Mach 2, I wouldn't see it because I do not own that. Ooh. It's not happy about something over here, though. I mean, those are the things, though. It's still, that needs to be improved at this, you know, Because things can be good, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm not even moving the camera or anything, and it's like, oh, okay, you want to just have a lower frame rate for some reason. I just want to take off, see how it does, and then we're going to pop into career mode, and that's where things will be a lot less calm and predictable. Because the reason, again, I went to these airports in free flight is because we'll go to them again with these aircraft in career mode, and you'll see the planes will not be as happy. But even performance-wise, I mean, that's not enjoyable. Let's see if it catches up. Still haven't caught up. Still hasn't caught up. Will it catch up? Nobody knows. Oh. It finally did. Still chugging along a little bit here. Starting to smooth out. No. I'm gonna chalk this up to not decent performance-wise. Lots of stutters. Especially on takeoff. But see, now you can see it's completely different, and we weren't having those types of situations with SU4. So that's just kind of a visual representation of what I'm talking about regarding, you know, it's just, yeah, we don't have the memory issues, but there's still things to be done regarding the performance side of things. Okay, so, oh, the other thing I want to show too is, for whatever reason on Xbox, the ATRs don't function right. I'll just kind of show you that really quick. Watch, now it'll probably work because I'm streaming it. It's like, fine, I'll work now. Nope. It does this on the ground, it does this in the air, it's frozen for some reason, I'm not sure what the deal is. But yeah, we're not actually moving, it's just, I don't have any control over the aircraft. So I'm not sure why, but it doesn't like the beta apparently. And it does it for the 42 and the 72 series. I'll put it on the ground here so you can see it closer. It also spawns the nose gear into the ground a little bit. So if you want to fly the ATR and the beta on the Xbox, you're not going to. Is the simple way to put it. The prop animation's also broke, so I don't know why it's in a state of frozen the whole time, but I'm sure if you're not in the beta it might be fine, but yeah, beta-wise, the ATRs are not happy, which, I'll just add that. Updated ATRs not functioning in beta. Just frozen. But anyways, let's move over to career. So we're going to do the A320neo V2 at JFK. We'll just find a mission with it and see what happens. Career. New York, New York. Where be the J? There it is. We're gonna filter this out instead of finding all kinds of different things. Alright, career A320neo V2. Now just keep in mind, at least when I was testing over the weekend, the load times were super long. Like sometimes it would take 4 minutes or so to get into a mission. Which I was originally thinking, okay, it might be longer just to help negate the memory issues and everything, but you would still run into them, so we'll see how this all does. JFK. And we shall see. And Sakir, I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. Welcome to the stream. And Goose, ATR is broken on PlayStation Xbox because it downloads 2 different files. The 2020 is already off. It has nothing to do with the 2020 version. I can assure you. This isn't my first time. Oh, there's the memory resource issue. Which, not surprising, considering we already saw that in Free Flight at JFK. I don't know how to say prompt, we already know what it means. Change that to my list here. The only ATR that's functioning on my Xbox side is the updated version. The 2020 version is deactivated. What in the world? Sorry, I'm looking at an email here. Get out of here. By the way, fun week this week. It's basically E3 week. Oh, double memory resource times 2. A350 is not available on the PlayStation Marketplace. That is only on the PC and Xbox currently. Hopefully soon, though, on the PlayStation. So I'm going to assume we're going to see some orange screen of death on the cockpit here. Oh, we're not. Wow, that is a huge surprise. Come on, load everything in.
Captain, it's Sean the Purser. Ready to board passengers. Waiting on your go-ahead.
And this is going to take a little bit longer because we will go through the beginning steps. I'm not going to go through the whole mission. Majority of my testing I just want to do in the beginning of it just to see how it handles it.
Could you please get the passengers on board?
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
I'm surprised the screens did not explode.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Could you please send the baggage? Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf
I
Sierra.
mean, we're still not doing great frame-wise. But we'll see if that catches up or not.
Kennedy ground. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Could you please send the catering truck? Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
The A350 is $80.
We've completed boarding, Captain. Kennedy ground. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Ready to copy IFR clearance, Nice.
Oh, Jadu, you still didn't get the... Oh, I guess they're still working on that. I thought that was fixed on Friday. Okay. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get that update here shortly.
Climb via SID, maintain flight level tree 50. Departure frequency is 1 tree 5 decimal niner. Squawk 0 tree 24.
Seems like the frame rate's catching up.
Cleared to Nice via the D6 departure, CNDR transition, runway 4
Yep,
left.
80 bucks.
Climb via SID, maintain
If you're wanting to buy airliners, you're not going to get them cheap. I can tell you that right now, no matter who's developing them.
Squawk 0 tree 24. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Airbus X-ray Golf Sierra. Readback is correct.
I mean, some of them might be around 50 bucks, but they're not going to be around the $15 or $20 mark. If you're wanting ones from PMDG, Any Builds, whoever else makes airliners.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Pushback request accepted.
How can a plane cost the same? I mean, trust me, I'm not really a big fan of spending anything over 30 bucks on a plane. I mean, the main reason I got the A350 was both one for content because it came out to the Xbox, wanted to showcase it. It was horrendous when it first came out.
You are cleared to start engines.
But yeah, I'm not going to be buying too many of those types of planes. One, I'm not that interested in them, and two, it's too much. I'm all about staying under that $30 mark for aircraft. Oh yeah, definitely, Paul. Low memory times 2. Avionics were working. I'm still amazed by that, because normally when you see that, oh, there's bandwidth too low, which still don't know why it's doing that.
Pushback is complete.
Been seeing that a lot of that prompt in the beta, but I guess I'd rather see that than, because I don't really think it's actually changing anything.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Hotel Bravo. Alpha Kilo Cross Runway Tree. 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. Contact Tower 119.1 when ready.
Still not happy with performance, though.
Taxi to and hold short runway. For left using Taxiway Hotel Bravo Alpha Kilo Cross Runway Tree. 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. Airbus X-ray Golf Sierra. To all passengers, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and food trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency exit, carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is a non-smoking flight, including the lavatories. If you have any questions...
Why don't I have my arrows? Where are they at? Did that turn off too? Excuse me.
Feel free to ask one of our attendants. Thank you. To
Weird. I don't know where... Oh, there it is. Hello, you're here finally.
To all passengers, here are the safety procedures. There are designated emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you, including behind you. Count the number of rows to this.
Yeah, but it's not just about
Should the cabin experience
MC or being
somehow
cheap. They're just a bunch of
pressure
scam
oxygen
artists
drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth
that shouldn't even be allowed on the marketplace to begin with.
If you are traveling with children, make sure to
They're such a scummy developer.
in the unlikely event of an emergency, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. Now, make sure
When I logged into Flight Sim, they said there was a sale going on.
for takeoff, please take a
When I
moment
checked to
to
see the ATR, it was there separately. It wasn't. No, I'm on standard. I'm so... Are you saying the ATR didn't actually have a sale? Is that what we're talking about? I mean, honestly, I'm not really looking for anything to be announced, to be honest. Just excited to see what does get announced and revealed. Hopefully we'll see something for Flight Sim at Xbox's event on Sunday. We might not, because they're at Flight Sim Expo, so it might be double announcements maybe? Who knows? We'll see. We've been using the ATC the entire time. You can't use career mode without using ATC.
Kennedy Tower, Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra ready for departure. Runway for left, IFR Nice. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
Because, I mean, even through the crappy public release of Sim Update 5, I've never had any issues with opening the communication tab and talking to ATC or anything. I've seen people say it crashes your sim and all that, but I've never experienced that.
All passengers, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored.
Multiplayer is not free on Xbox, no. I don't play Call of Duty anymore, nope. Haven't touched it since... what, Modern Warfare 3?
Rotate.
Wow, what is that flight path? It is a secret barcode.
Airbus X-ray Golf Sierra contact due your departure on 1 tree, 5.9er. Good day.
Yeah, I mean, again, never had any issues with the ATC window, opening it or doing the quick replies or anything like that. I've never had that cause any major issues. Alright, well again, had the memory issues, but avionics actually worked, so that's nice to see. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to go through a selection of aircraft at the same airport just to see how they do. Then we'll move on to another airport and so forth. We'll probably do 2 airports through the different airliners, and then we'll do our testing on the PlayStation side after that. That way the stream doesn't go for too long here, and all that fun stuff. So next up, we'll just go through the Airbus lineup. I'm not going to really worry about too much on the 737, because through my testing that I did over the weekend, I didn't really run into anything regarding too many issues with that one. A321. Oh. Okay, are there no missions for it, I guess? Why does it show me an A330? Okay, filter's not working for some reason. But we found one. A321 long range. And CJ's general opinion of the beta. I mean, it's getting better, especially in the free flight side of things. Career mode's still really, really hit or miss on the airliner side of things. Modern Warfare looks good though. Nice. I just don't. I got sick of the Call of Duty community because it's no matter what Infinity Ward or Treyarch or whatever they do, people are never happy over there. So it's just I got so sick and tired of seeing it. It's the same cycle with a Call of Duty. Oh, this current one sucks. I hate it. The new one gets announced. Oh, it's gonna be the best thing ever. The new one comes out. Oh, I'm not really liking the new one. The old one was much better than this one. And then it's the same cycle over and over again. I just got sick of it. I'm like, I'm done. Yeah. Regarding career mode, yeah, I mean, I do a lot off stream. I mean, I do pre-recorded stuff only because, again, for me, content-wise, if you're flying an airliner at 40,000 feet for 4 hours or 3 hours, I just feel like that's the most boring content you can possibly make. So I leave that for pre-recorded stuff and edit that down. I mean, sometimes we do agricultural spraying and everything, but if it's longer stuff, I'm not going to bother with it.
Good morning, everyone. So it's Florence today. Love that city.
But yes, I play a lot on the... Now we're going to get a Wasm crash. Oh. No, there it is. I thought I saw the tablet on the left come up, but then it was done.
Mickey from the flight crew here. Prepped for boarding. Awaiting your orders.
Low memory and a Wasm crash. Can you check on the H225? Is it still broken? I mean, other, like, the flight model being kind of weird to fly, I mean, I don't think that's changed. But other than that, I wasn't really running into anything else wrong with it. So unless it's performance or avionics-wise, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm not really worried about flight models in this stream. Exactly, Sash. I mean, it's crazy. It's just like, my goodness, just have fun with it. It's crazy. Alright, so A321, not happy with JFK. A330. See if the filter actually works this time. Enough cargo out of here. Holy crap. There we go. A330 GE. There is no A350 on the PS5. Where be... Oh, there's my water. Hang on. I'm gonna stand up for a bit anyways here. Alright, memory resources low. Even before we got to the loading part, that was just the menu screen. CJ's... I don't know. I'm not sure how this got... I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly, I really don't know how to answer that. I wish I knew. There is no date for any marketplace releases on PlayStation. They will just release when they release. Which currently we're 40 minutes away from reaching the first window of potentially getting some new stuff. Who knows? PlayStation didn't get anything new in the marketplace last week. Outside of course, the Dreamlifter, the Global Super Tanker, stuff that was from the other editions, and of course the updated ATR, AN2, Laticore, and the other thing.
Good morning, Captain. First time we are working together.
Alright, low memory, but avionics are on. Never mind. Never mind. Oh god. What was that? Are we okay?
Captain, the cabin crew is ready for boarding. Awaiting your instructions.
Kennedy Ground, Alpha Sierra
explosion
X-ray
question
Golf
mark?
Sierra. Could you please get the passengers on board? Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
Avionics did come back though. Didn't crash. Screen's on. Screen's off. And back on.
Kennedy Ground, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Could you please send the baggage? Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Baggage is on the way. Kennedy Ground, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Could you please send the catering truck?
I want to see if these actually boot up correctly. Still just really not... I mean, obviously, I think a lot of this frame drop is coming from the
Boarding finished.
ground crew driving around.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra ready to copy IFR clearance to Chhatrapati Shivaji.
Ooh.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is cleared to Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport via the D6. Cleared to Chhatrapati Shivaji via the D6 departure CNDR transition, runway 4 left. Climb via SID maintained flight level 350.
Yikes. Not great in the performance department.
Squawk 0651.
I feel like we'll have another memory
Golf Sierra.
issue here.
X-ray Golf Sierra, read back is correct. Contact ground on 125.05 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to go out. Let me pop back over here. Still don't have these screens working. Just interested to see if they actually boot up fully.
Kennedy Ground, Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, requesting pushback.
We'll see after the cutscene here.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, pushback request accepted.
Are you going for any World Cap? Like, legitimately, those prices were crazy. I mean, I'll watch on TV where I don't have to pay thousands of dollars. But I'm not gonna go to any in person.
Tow bar is set, Captain.
I mean, hey, if they need some more quality control people, I mean, I wouldn't mind being paid for this.
You're cleared to start engines.
Luggage loading now complete.
I guess so. We're getting pushed back. Oh man, it's just. I'm just wanting to see if it catches up or not, but it's not very happy at the moment. I mean, the screens did come back on. They are all functioning, so I mean, that's a good thing. They didn't WASM crash, but this level of frame rate drop is not ideal and not something that I would be enjoying. Because if I was doing this on, like, not testing purposes, I would just abandon this mission. Because I would look at this like, ah, this isn't fun.
Pushback is complete. Kennedy ground. Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra with Sierra. Ready to taxi. IFR. Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Taxi 2 and hold short runway. 4 left using taxiway. Hotel Bravo Alpha Kilo cross runway. Tree 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. Contact tower on 119.1 when ready.
Seems like it's catching up a little bit.
Taxiing, hold short runway.
Oh.
4 left using taxiway Hotel Bravo Alpha Kilo cross runway. Tree 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. X-ray Golf Sierra.
There we go. It really doesn't like switching between external and cockpit view. We are chugging along here. I'm honestly just interested to see if this is going to crash the sim or not, because I feel like we're kind of on the brink of getting close to it, wanting to do that. Another example of the AI traffic showing up and then just disappearing. That happens both in career mode and in free flight. I appreciate that, Ross.
Taxi speed.
I mean, this is, anytime there's a beta going on in the sim, this is legitimately what I'm doing when I'm not making content. So that's why every so often I like to do streams like this, so you can kind of see some of the stuff that I like to do. And then just kind of write up my reports and then send them on over into the forums, because I'm going to update my airliners and careers still having issues. Because they're definitely still not perfect by any means. That's why when people ask me when is this beta going to pop, you can see like we've got that Echo Delta Victor plane just kind of popping in here randomly. Like, you just don't see it until you're close to it. He'll probably disappear as well once he gets away from us. Let's see. Unless the sim crashes first. Oh, and then more people showing up. Let's see, does he stay in view, or does he, somebody in front of us? Oh, there's somebody in front of us now as well. I don't know what's going on here. Still got visual of 5135 here. I mean, it's a thing everybody knows. AI traffic, just in general, is needing a lot of work. We still get more and more planes showing up as well. I'm not sure if that's just a side effect of all the loading issues that are going on. No? I'm amazed. We still have Echo Delta Victor in sight. I was expecting him to disappear by now. Don't know where Delta Airlines came from, but apparently he was in front of us as well. Oh, an American. Wow, everybody's here. Wait for the welcome announcement to finish. What welcome announcement? And Brian, a member for 11 months, nearly a year. That's crazy, but very much appreciated. Thank you for being a member for almost a year, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Stuttering like mine in the air, so frustrating. It is. I mean, that's not what you want in this experience. It's not fun in the slightest. Alright. I don't know what this airline, I don't know what EDV is. Endeavor? Is that a thing? I'm just making it up. But let's get moving here. Come on now. And track days. We love your videos. Can you say hi to my sons Hasib and Almir? Hello. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Welcome to the stream. Well, this level of performance was not anything that we were experiencing with Sim Update 4. Which again is something that I've talked about, something that has made this transition to Sim Update 5 such a frustrating one is this was far away from what we were dealing with. So I don't know what they did to bring us from what we were dealing with Sim Update 4, which was an excellent experience with airliners both in free flight and career mode. And then we get into Sim Update 5 and it's just not anywhere near what we had before. And I do believe that we found a bug in career mode. I know, shocking, but there is no welcome announcement. That's why I was confused. I've never seen that before. But yeah, there's nothing we can really do on that, so you have to take a penalty for it. As I always say, it's not career mode if you don't run into a weird bug. Oops, I did not mean to do all that. Hang on. Back up. Calm down. Yeah, I know. Shush. Actually, I'm interested now. I was gonna just wrap it up there, but just leave me alone. I don't care right now. It doesn't even recognize that we're on a runway. I think this whole mission's just messed up now. Absolutely terrible frames. Alright. Let me just skip to takeoff, see what it does. Because the mission was glitched. The mission has been compromised. Oh, I think I just heard the memory issue pop up. I don't see it yet. I'm just interested to see how it handles skipping, because I feel like skipping, you're going to run into even more issues, especially with the memory. So I want to see how the sim handles the avionics with that. Oh, it crashed the plane. No. Oh. Oh, there it is. Now it crashed it. Oh, we're back. Oh, no. I think we're in an endless crash loop now. Add that to the list. Mission broke. Skip to takeoff. Led to endless. Plane crashes. I think the sim's thinking now, it's like, something doesn't seem right here. Let's try this. Oh. I was just kidding. It still doesn't help you, though. Oh, wait. Now it has that, at least. It still has the wait for welcome announcement to finish, though. That's going to be a great reputation destroyer, because we've crashed, what, 6 times?
Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, hold short runway 4 left. Traffic is on the runway.
What traffic on the runway? Wow, this is really just messed up here. Let me just add that to my notes. Just completely broke the mission.
Kennedy
6
2,
times crap.
Alaska 25, ready for IFR departure. Runway 4 left. Alaska 25, hold short runway 4 left. Hold short runway 4 left. Alaska 25.
So everybody's getting told to hold short because of traffic on the runway.
Ready for IFR departure. Runway 4 left. Alaska 25, hold short runway 4 left. Traffic is on the runway.
Wow. Oh, and everybody's gone now. Oh, legitimately everybody's gone. All right. Well, that was fascinating. That was crazy. Okay. So we did the A320, the A321, 330. I'll just run through all of them. Since we're just doing 2 airports, again, once I'm done with JFK, we'll probably head over to Heathrow. And then after Heathrow, we do the same thing that we're doing here at JFK. We'll pop over to the PlayStation side and just redo what we just have been doing here. I'm going to assume we'll be able to replicate these issues that we're having. And I'll add that to my forum post. But yeah, that was a fun mission, folks. That was super, super fun. Let's see. Do we have an A320? A310? Yes. Let's see if the filter actually works properly, and it does. Because we may as well just go through the entire airliner list. Get as big of a sample as we can get, and try that out. I don't know, Ostrich. I've been wondering that ever since, but honest, I don't think... I mean, there's really... I wish we could go back to SU4, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Uh-huh, Simon. We'll get to the Beluga as well. Is it an issue in free flight as well with the Beluga? Unfortunately, the peanuts are no longer available after the Sim Update 5 beta, so... we'll have to wait till the update comes out. Oh, memory. Low memory. On the A310. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. I need to open up a window. Even though I don't think it's any warmer, or yeah, it's 70. Perfect. Can't move. There we... Oh, wow. Oh, what, that was a horror game. Memory resources are getting low, prompts out the wazoo over here.
Good afternoon. So, we're flying to North Charleston. What an amazing place.
We okay? No, we're not. Alright. Awesome crash. Oh, that was an easy test. Why are we getting a memory resources getting low going to the main menu? Oh my goodness. Shelton. Here, I'll showcase it. The reason you're unable to turn is any of the AnyBuilds planes has a setting called a rudder tiller. You want to make sure that's set to yes, because if you don't, it's made for people that have like rudder pedals and everything. I'll showcase what I'm talking about here. We'll pop into free flight really quick. Okay, if I fly only in Africa, that still doesn't solve the memory issues. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to work around the issues. We are here to find the issues. No, for some reason, I mean, the Wasm crashes exist on the PlayStation, but they don't show up with the orange screen over there for some reason. It leaves the screens blank. Which, I don't know why, but that's how it is. Are we gonna get back to the main menu here, or... There, thank you. Just got... by the way, I like how the office is completely... I don't know what happened to it, but the hangar, the office, is just non-existent at this point. But yeah, let me just do a quick check. I want to see if the Beluga has any performance issues in free flight. I doubt they do. Because, I mean, you know me, I've flown the Beluga quite a bit, so... I don't even know, I'm trying to type it out. It's right there. We'll bring it to LA just to see how it does there. And then I'll show you the setting that you need to have set on. What's happening? We're beta testing. Which again, if you're just joining, this isn't full-on flights or anything. We are testing things out. If that is not your cup of tea, that's fine. But we're not doing actual flights here. We're just trying to create a nice, hefty list of situations where the beta is still not fixing the issues that we're running into on the console versions of the sim. Oh wait, is something else wrong? Oh no, okay. I thought something was wrong with the audio. I see the screen. Never mind, we're good. Brian's over here confusing me. On the plus side, we didn't have the sim crash yet, which honestly I'd probably rather have that than everything else that's going on. Nice, Benjamin. That is true. Why am I even here then? You know what? Send this on out. Let's have the orange screen of deaths everywhere. Yep, this is the latest beta build that released on Friday. Which again, if you weren't here in the beginning, free flight is a lot more consistent. There's really, I mean, we only ran into it once with the A320 V2. I just think that's a poorly optimized aircraft anyways. But when you go into the A330, the Beluga, the A321, all that type of stuff, I did more over the weekend and never ran into any memory issues or anything major. So career mode is just where the main mess still occurs. What is going on with this? What is this ugly nonsense? Oh, it's actually nothing. It's just not loading in the textures for some reason. So anyways, over here on the left side, on any of the AnyBuilds aircraft, the A320, the A310, the A321, the A330, the Beluga, you'll want to come over here to the options menu and make sure your rudder controls tiller is set to yes. Because, let me shift this around here so I can actually move. The animation still completely broke. It shows the opposite from this distance for whatever reason. But when the rudder tillers is set to yes, you have full rudder control. If it's set to no, you'll notice that okay, I don't know why it's... Why is it all of a sudden working with yes or no? Oh, that's why. I did the wrong thing. When it's off and set to no, you're barely turning. It's just gonna kind of sit there. So that's all you have to do. Make sure you're setting that rudder tillers or rudder controls tiller to yes, and you will be able to taxi like normal. But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled testing. I would welcome it with open arms at this point, CJs. No. Has nothing to do with new future updates making things go weird in the sim. That is not the case. I've seen other theories in the forums too saying, oh, it's because of people have different experiences based on how many people are on the servers. That has nothing to do with it either. Not in the slightest. So we got the A310, the 320. Did we do the 320 Neo? Yes. The 321, the 330. Let's do we have a Beluga mission here? We don't. Okay, I'll leave that alone for now then. We'll just check the 737, the 787, and the 747 as well. Which, the 737 has been the most consistent with no issues in career mode. I know saying that probably jinxed it at this point, but we'll see. I mean, there's situations where it'll still happen, happy sim, for sure. I mean, we saw it today live with the Airbus A320 V2 at JFK. So, I mean, there's still instances where you'll see it, unfortunately. This beta, as the first beta build was, it's all about performance and memory stuff. There's nothing new, won't be anything new with this beta. No matter how many times there's a new beta build, it's all about performance. Which, we're definitely going to be getting another beta build. Oh, memory issues. With the 737, which is a shame. We'll see if it actually affects anything. Why am I floating? Oh, I was on the truck.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Screens are on.
Today. Love that city.
AI 4913. This is final call to all passengers to go to gate 1000.
Performance. Oh. There it is. Low memory and sim crash. There it is. I was wondering how long it was going to take for that to happen. I really, like, in all honesty though, jokes aside, I was really hoping to see a lot more progress. I mean, obviously, again, we're getting more progress on the free flight side of things, but when it comes to career mode, it's nearly unplayable when you go to the airliner stuff. It's just, it is not anywhere close to being an enjoyable experience in its current form. Sim Update 6 won't start until they fix this issue. So right now Sim Update 6 is delayed until this Sim Update 5.1 fully releases. All I know is I don't think Sim Update 6, when the beta stuff does start, is going to be rushed out like Sim Update 5 was. At least it feels like Sim Update 5 was rushed. I don't know if it was because of some contractual or contract-based thing regarding PSVR 2 or what the case may be. But I think Sim Update 5 should have stayed in beta for a little bit longer. We've talked about it before, but I always want to say it. You know, things were looking great in the beginning parts of the beta for Sim Update 5, but then as it got closer to the end of it and the last few beta builds came out, there was just this noticeable decline in performance and stability, which was becoming more and more worrying. And then it came out and all that transferred over to the main build, and unfortunately the second beta build is still running into not so great things. All right, 747. And since we've been going so long, I'm not going to do a second airport for this stream. I'll just go over to the JFK and the PlayStation and redo what we're doing here. That way I'm not keeping all of your time for too long here. I appreciate everybody that has been hanging out, even though this isn't really much of a flying around thing, more so just kind of a chat while doing some beta testing. So I appreciate it. And before I get comments, well, you know, if you have to restart the sim and everything like that, you shouldn't have to be doing any of that anyways, because first of all, we shouldn't be running into these issues to begin with. The other side of it is, regardless if you restart the sim, you're still going to run into these same issues. So it doesn't matter that, okay, we've had WASM crashes before. You could see we could spawn into the Beluga just fine in free flight with no memory issues, no WASM crashes in LAX with a bunch of photogrammic imagery. So it's just, it truly doesn't matter how you format the thing or changing settings or any of that type of stuff, you're still going to run into those same issues. And Lex, no, I completely understand it. I haven't touched the Sim Update 5 public build ever since this beta came out. Because the one that came out for console just... I mean, yeah, if you're flying Cessna 172s or just some light general aviation, you're not going to experience much of these issues. But if you're a player that's all about the airliners, you're not having a fun time right now on Xbox or PlayStation, regardless of where you're playing it in the SU5 public build. Beta build, yes, it's improved in free flight. There's still instances where you run into low memory, just depending on the situation that you're in. If you're flying an Airbus or a Boeing, and you know, it's just, it is quite the mess. 747 seems fine, no low memory issues, which is great.
Jessine, here we come.
For whatever reason, the 747 never seems to have any issues, which I'm surprised by. But yeah, performance-wise, seems like it's doing great.
8412 now boarding at gate 29.
It's Davy from your flight staff. We're ready to begin boarding. Waiting for your signal.
Little stutters here and there as we're panning the camera around, but...
Ground. Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf.
God, it looks so boring being a plain white livery on a 747.
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima. The jetway is going to be connected.
Okay, I guess I lied. I did go into the SU5 beta for the stream on Friday, but... Or not the beta, the public version. But that was only because there's no marketplace on the beta, so...
X-Ray Lima.
Whatever. You get it.
Boarding complete,
Ground.
Captain.
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima.
Golf.
Please send the catering truck.
Why do you say golf like that?
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima. The catering truck.
ATC's probably like, what in the world was that?
Ground. Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima. Ready to
Quit
copy
saying it.
IFR
Don't talk
clearance,
anymore,
Jessine.
pilot.
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima is cleared to Jessine Airport via the D6 departure, CNDR transition, runway 4 left. Climb via SID, maintain flight level tree 90. Departure frequency is 1 tree 5 decimal 9er, squawk 7572.
Cleared to Jessine via the D6 departure, CNDR transition, runway 4 left. Climb via SID, maintain flight, level tree 90. Departure frequency is 1 tree 5 decimal 9er, squawk 7572. Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima.
Boeing Golf X-Ray Lima, readback is correct. Contact ground on 1 tree 0 decimal 275 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Just want to see how it does on the cutscene.
Ground.
Because sometimes things can be fine here, and then a cutscene happens, and it kind of
Requesting pushback.
throws it all off, so we'll see.
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima. Pushback request accepted. Tow bar in place, Captain.
All luggage on board.
You're cleared to start engines.
The captain also comes out and serves the passengers. At this point, the flight attendants have been removed. You thought the pilot only flies the plane? He does everything in the plane. He's in the pushback tug right as we speak.
Pushback is complete.
I'm still wondering if we're gonna see, because I always forget. I know they're working with somebody. I don't know if it's Say Intentions or whatnot, but I know they were working with somebody to improve the in-sim ATC. They talked about that last summer, and we still really haven't seen anything yet, so... Would just be nice to see the ATC get a lot smarter than they currently are.
Ground. Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima with Sierra. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Get a little frame of not loaded cockpit, but at least it's instant.
X-Ray Lima. Taxi 2 and hold short runway. 4 left using taxiway Hotel Bravo Alpha. Kilo cross runway tree. 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. Contact tower on 119.1 when ready.
Taxiing. Hold short runway. For left using taxiway Hotel Bravo Alpha Kilo cross runway. Tree. 1 left Kilo Kilo 1. Boeing Golf X-Ray Lima. Ladies and gentlemen, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency
Exactly,
exit,
Paul.
carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that
Next will
this
be
is
AI
non-smoking
flight
area,
attendants.
including the lap story. If you have any questions,
You know, I'm
ask one of our attendants.
so sick of hearing AI and everything. I really am. Everything has AI. Washer and dryers, the toasters. I'm sure a number 2 pencil has AI in it at this point. Like, it's just so, it's such an annoying thing to hear about. I'm so over it.
On this aircraft. Look around and locate the exit closest to you. Should the cabin experience a sudden pressure loss, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, then pull the strap to adjust it. If you are traveling with children, put on your own mask properly on before helping your children. In case of emergency, after you hear the brace.
Are we still heading this way? Okay.
Chin onto your chest.
Yeah, I don't care. We're
Place
speeding.
your head against the seat and
Get out of my way,
with
Delta.
your arms wrapped around your head. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life jacket
Going too
is
slow.
located under your seat. If necessary, take the vest and slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist and adjust like this. To inflate the vest,
Any idea when the other aircraft they said were meant to be out with SU-5? Are we talking about like the 20 that they were talking about? I don't know.
a whistle and light.
At this point, there's just no time frame on anything. Things will just release when they do. Ooh, it does not like this part of the airport at all, for whatever reason. It's fine next to the terminal, but when you get over here in the water, it's just like, nope, we're going to lose frame rate here. The thing with the PlayStation Marketplace, I don't know why all that stuff wasn't already pre-approved beforehand. It's just... Because I thought that's what the whole delay was anyways. Was due to the certification process. Like, okay, I understand this wait. We'll have a nice selection to go off of right away. And then... We're still sitting at, what, 7 third-party stuff at this point? I'm... Okay. Whatever. What is that? Did you see that? What is that globe icon? I've seen that a few times, but now I really saw it. I don't know what that is. Is it something weird with the tags?
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf X-Ray Lima. Altimeter tree 001 traffic is Emperor ERJ on final. Cleared for takeoff, runway 4 left.
Holy crap, folks. I think we're actually going to finish a takeoff.
Boeing Mike Sierra Bravo Lima Golf.
But again, the 747 really never caused much issues, surprisingly.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
Some frame freezes there.
V1. Rotate.
Yeah, I mean, frame-wise, all good. There we go. Alright, last test on the Xbox is going to be with a 787, and then we'll shift over to the PlayStation. I think what we're going to do is, let's go to Amsterdam, and we'll do the same slate of airliners, but we'll just do that in Amsterdam instead. That way we're not just at JFK the whole time, just to see how it's doing there, because I know Amsterdam is another location where it's terrible on the public version of Sim Update 5, so we'll take a little look at that. Alright, filter 787. And then we will shift to the PlayStation. Which, I'm still surprised the 787 even came out on the marketplace. It's a weird one, especially on the PlayStation. Because if you hold L1, the plane just lifts up for some reason. I don't know why. It's the only plane that does that in the entire list of aircraft, so... We'll see how it's doing in career mode, because sometimes we get the co-pilot who doesn't fully render in, and all that fun stuff, so we'll see if that's been fixed or not. Hello, Alan. Welcome to the stream. And Mark. Waiting for airports and liveries for PS5. I'm hoping we'll see those. We shall see. We shall definitely see. Man. And there might still be a marketplace update video coming out today, but I might switch it. I don't know. We'll see. It really all just depends on if a lot of stuff comes out on the Monday, which doesn't seem to happen as much anymore since things release Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, we'll see. If it doesn't come out today, anything that does happen to come out that looks decent, because I don't post every single thing, because if an airport is overpriced and doesn't look like a lot changed, or it doesn't look like great work, I don't even bother showing it anyways. But, we'll see. We shall see. Just wanted to do this beta stream here, just doing some testing live. Showcase a little bit of how I like to test things out off stream. Yep, 787's been broke since 24's release. Hey Tin, hello, hello. Yeah, on PlayStation, the PTE is the beta. Yes.
Good morning, Captain. First time we are working together. I'm Alan, your first officer.
Alright, so far so good, but this happens a lot with the 787 where it's fine, and then the cutscene happens, and things aren't so fine. We're still not loaded in all the way in the cockpit either. There it is.
Captain, the cabin crew is ready for boarding. Awaiting your instructions.
Ground, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. The jetway is going to be connected.
Ground, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. Could you please send the baggage?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. Baggage is on the way.
So yeah, seems like the 747 and 787 are happy.
Send the catering truck?
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. The catering truck is on the road.
But the thing is,
Boarding finished.
we'll have fun here, and then we'll go somewhere else later on, and then we'll have issues. You know, it's just,
IFR clearance to Edinburgh.
it's very, very random when it wants to do things fine for one plane, and then doesn't want to do fine for another plane, and it's all very, very weird, folks. But we'll see if everything's fine after the cutscene. We're gonna bail out and switch over to the PlayStation. That way we get our test going there and see how it does on that side.
Cleared to Edinburgh via the D6 departure, CNDR transition, runway 4 left. Climb via SID, maintain flight, level tree 0. Departure frequency is 135.9er, squawk 0635, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
Boeing 747.
We're labeled as a 747. Interesting.
Good day.
Ground service is unavailable. Skipping to taxi. Alright, let's see.
Luggage loading complete.
Like how it throws us in here with the parking brakes not engaged.
Alpha Sierra 747 with Sierra, ready to taxi IFR.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747. Taxi to and hold short runway.
Ah yes, the 787-747. Oh,
Kilo cross runway tree. 1 left kilo kilo.
the whole AI traffic disappearing thing is very annoying to me. It just, because I love seeing that, you know, I like seeing the planes doing their thing, heading out, going off the live traffic, but when 99% of the time it's that, it's just, I don't know, it just ruins the experience. Like, okay, may as well just turn off the AI traffic then.
Bravo Alpha Kilo cross runway. Tree 1 left kilo kilo 1, Boeing 747. Ladies and gentlemen, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency exit, carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is
They're probably talking about their third-party planes.
lavatories. If you have any questions, feel free to ask one of our attendants.
Because you don't get plain updates really outside of the sim updates.
To the monitors, where we'll be demonstrating our safety procedures. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you can have experiences with 787 and do fine if you're not going to specific airports, but other times you can have a completely different experience.
Including behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten.
Like, I get it. I always get those comments like, oh, I don't have issues. I'm glad.
Before helping your children.
Doesn't mean you're not always going to have no issues. I can guarantee that.
Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. Now, make sure that all hand luggage is stowed away safely. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in your seat pocket.
And see, that's immediately a whole issue. You shouldn't have to, like, tell me another game you have to turn settings down or off in order for things to not be breaking regarding things that are out of your control with memory issues and everything like that. It's just, you shouldn't have to turn off any settings because, again, all I'm going to say is Sim Update 4 is where it was perfect and they ruined it. It's as simple as that. That's all I'm going to say from now on when I get comments like that. SU4 was perfect with consoles regarding whatever you wanted to fly, from general aviation to private jets to airliners. It was awesome, and they ruined that with Sim Update 5. Is how I'll put it from now on, because it's just... It's unfortunately what happened, and the experience that pretty much anybody that's done airliners on Xbox or PlayStation can attest to.
Altimeter 29er. Cleared for takeoff, runway 4 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4 left. Boeing Alpha Sierra 747.
Oh, I'm sick of that whole thing too. Or I'm just over when there's PC players that have no experience with console and they just go into the forums and say, well, I'm surprised, I don't think airliners can run on the Xbox and PlayStation anyways. It's just, I'm so, like, stay out of it. You know, it's the most frustrating thing. It's like, if you have no experience with what the console was like, especially with Sim Update 4, just don't even reply to us. Thank you. Just stay with your multi-$1,000 PC and go fly there. Thanks. Like, I'm just so over it. Well, you know, the consoles can only do this because of their specs. It's like, we already know what the experiences was like. We already had great times with the airliners, and that's that. I mean, it's just, I've blocked so many people on the forums because I look at their main, because you can put where you play the sim, and anytime I see somebody try to say something dumb on the PC side while talking about console, I just block them immediately. It's just like, I don't need your input. You don't even know what you're talking about. Leave us alone. State of the PC topics. Just so obnoxious. I know you're mad because consoles are now able to handle stuff like this. I get it. You'll get over it. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, pretty decent. Again, it's not the experience you get all the time with the 787, But for this instance, it did alright. Still some hang-ups there that I'd love to see kind of situated. But there we go. That'll end off our Xbox side of the test here. We'll switch over to the PS5, and we'll just kind of run through the same thing, but instead of JFK, we're going to be over in Amsterdam. So let's get that done. Let's do it. Oh. And yes, FMJ, we're going to be on the beta version as well, just like we were on the Xbox here. Absolutely. Oh, here, actually, before we do that, let me just double check the marketplace, see if anything released on the PlayStation side today. I doubt it, but we'll just take a quick look at that before we get into the beta here. Yep, exactly, Tin. I mean, anybody that flew on Xbox or PlayStation, especially the airliners, you can look at my streams that we did with when the PlayStation beta was going on before it released, and after it released with Sim Update 4, and how much fun we were having with the sim as a whole, especially with the airliners. I mean, everything was working great. It was such a blast. Because, you know, Sim Update 1 through 3 on Xbox, 3 was getting there, but 1 and 2, airliners sucked on console, on the Xbox. It wasn't fun at all. 3 was getting it better. 4 perfected it. Like, you were able to pop into an A330, the 737, the Beluga. You know, you were able to fly anything, and it was just like, holy crap, this is how it's running on a console? This is awesome. And then Sim Update 5 came out and became a tsunami and wiped all of that out. It's just, again, that's what makes it so frustrating, is because we know what the experience was like before this update came out. But yeah, it's just like, if you're on PC, great. I hope you have a great time, and then that's it. Like, I don't know why you're having to impose your opinions on console when you haven't even experienced the console version. It's just, why are you wasting space on this form? Goodness. I'll never understand it. I think 58's where we always have been. Yes. Did they get rid of... Oh, the ATR's gone. Because I was wondering, I thought it said 59 before, but the ATR is gone. Which, by the way, let me look at that. Does the ATR still do the same? Well, actually, I don't even think I can fly it. Oh, it is here. Is this the old one, though? It is not the old one. Does it still do the same thing? Let me just do a double check on this. See if it's frozen like it is on Xbox during the beta. No. It has nothing to do with the VR. I mean... Oh, it works, but it doesn't. There's a Wasm crash. Hey, by the way, there's the Wasm screen on PlayStation. It's the first time I've seen it over here. Not that I want to see it, but, interesting. Oh wait, this isn't beta yet. What am I saying? We're still on the, But see, here's new ATR. Before I get comments saying, well, you have to disable the old one and all that, blah, 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 blah. I will physically show you, because it was the same thing on the Xbox. Well, now it's not disabled here, but still, it was disabled on the Xbox. I can assure you, I just don't think this will fix anything, but we'll see. But yeah, this is disabled on the Xbox. And if people don't believe me, I'll turn the Xbox back on and I'll show it to you. But let's see if it changes anything or if it still Wasm crashes us. Nope, Xbox does not have VR. They didn't want to do anything cool with the Series X, so I'm hoping they want to do some cool stuff with the Helix. Nope, still a Wasm crash there. And let me try the 52 or 42. We'll spawn it on the ground and see if it still has the same thing pop up. Wasm, you mean? Why did I not say Wasm? What did I say? Did I say something else? Yeah. So, interesting. The ATR is not happy on the public version of Sim Update 5. Oh. Anyways, back to our beta testing here. Bob, I'm sure somebody else can answer that. I don't think so. I don't think there's actual name brand liveries that came with the new one. I know there's some career-based ones, such as fictional ones, the regular factory ATR stuff, and I think that's about it. From what I looked at, I could have missed it or something. Holy crap, I'm sorry, Finest. Sorry, late to the show. We'll catch on replay. Well, I very much appreciate another $1.99, Finest. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Monday. And no A350 for PS5 yet. Are the amount of seats... That's so weird. I thought it was something cooler than that. I don't know what else it would be. Oh, man. Oh no, Leslie! I mean, VR just in general needs some improvement. For sure. Why does it error access to beta? Are you trying to access the marketplace on the beta? It's not functioning there. We just have to go to the marketplace on the public version of the sim. Alright, so A310, oh, here we go. Hang on, we gotta watch these stupid limited time missions first. Asobo. I'll keep saying it. Please get rid of this or let us skip it. I just don't care. They're not worth my time, so I don't care when missions pop up, to be honest with you. Alright. So we're going to do the same list of aircraft, but we're going to be doing it up here at Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. How much does this pay, by the way? 6.5 hours for 133,000. Ridiculous. Aircraft model, Airbus A310, and let's start it on off, see how it does at this airport. Eighth. Ooh, speaking. I hear an airliner buzzing on by. 737, I bet. Southwest, based off the noise of the engine. And it is a Southwest 737. Have a lovely flight to Phoenix, Southwest 962. Flew right over. Should be EDAM, Echo Delta Alpha Mike. I agree. I've noticed you'll probably notice it too, the PlayStation side has a lot longer of load times compared to what we were just seeing with the Xbox. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what the deal is, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll speed on up here. So like we did with the Xbox, we're going to just brute force this. We're going to just keep going right into the next mission, seeing if it'll crash at the same point like it did on Xbox. Or if we'll have different experiences in general. I mean, we are at a different airport, so... See, now I'm trying to... Okay. Is it worth testing at another airport with the same aircraft in a row? I feel like yes it is, because if we just do it at JFK again, what does that really tell us? Because if we have a different experience here at this airport, is it an airport issue? Is it a plane issue? You know, all that type of stuff, because the A310 in New York crashed. The avionics. We had low memory prompts and everything. Here, we did not have that.
DSC 9513 heading to Newcastle upon time. All passengers should go immediately to gate 57.
Now I'm trying to... What do I want to do here?
Cabin crew is ready for boarding. Awaiting your instructions.
Well, this is fine. I can still do it here. This will give me another sample, and then off camera, I can still do some more tests. Because I think what I'll end up doing off camera is doing the same thing we did for Xbox on PlayStation and see if we get the same effect. Because so far, A310's looking great. It's gotten to a great frame rate pretty quick. And turn down the audio. I need it on that long or high. Southwest coming to pick you up to go to the expo. Oh, perfect. Crap, this thing's loud.
Airbus Delta Sierra Charlie 951 tree. Could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus Delta Sierra Charlie 9051 tree. The catering truck is on the road.
Skip all ground. Airbus Delta Sierra Charlie 951 tree ready to copy IFR clearance to
Airbus
Newcastle.
Delta Sierra Charlie 9051 tree.
I just want to get to the point where we get to the cutscene just to see how the sim handles it, if it messes up the plane at all. So we'll get through this real quick. I don't want to do skip to taxi. I feel like that's just going to lead to issues. Skipping in career mode, I've never enjoyed at any point. It leads to some weird things. Now, obviously it doesn't always break stuff, but to me it just seems like you have a much higher chance of something going wrong using the skip functionality. So, just in case you're wondering why I'm not utilizing it, that's why. I just want to go through the normal steps and see if a player that just wants to play normally will run into issues as well. Yeah, especially up in the air, Benjamin. The skip really, like, it throws your plane in there and you run it. It's just... It's always been something I wanted to see improved. So we'll see how the A310 does here after the cutscene. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then we'll boot it on up. And we'll probably be good to go. Because the reason I picked this airport is this is one where there's a lot of issues, especially with the A321. Anytime you're trying to do some missions at this airport. So this is why I always like to come over here and check it. Pretty fast on the redraw of the cockpit as well. So, okay. A310 in EHAM. Fine. I've had to use skip to descent a bunch to recover from avionics fails or not recognizing the airport arrival or whatever issue. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's, I mean, that's kind of the main reason why it's nice to have it, just to have a workaround for the other issues that are happening, especially just the overall bugginess of career mode outside of performance and memory issues. Which I do hope that one day we will get a career mode that doesn't have so much of that nonsense going on. So it seems like after one load into a mission and you come back, it always glitches out that, no, it's back now. But on the Xbox side, the Airbuses are always broke too. You can see the rear wheels are floating. The nose wheel doesn't exist. You know, just stuff like that. The A330 does the same thing as well in the hangar in the background. Oh, I don't know what that was, but there was a problem with something. Alright, next up, A320neo. I'll be surprised if this works fine. Because as I do these tests, I'm just wondering, is the issue stemming from just optimization of the aircraft itself? Did something change on that? Is it the optimization of handcrafted airports? You know, it's just, there's so many questions as you go through this as to why it happens. And more importantly, why does it not happen as much in free flight? Like if we do the same thing where you'll run into memory issues and WASM crashes in career, because career mode has always been a thing where the performance has been less. I'm sure if you spend some time in free flight and career, you can notice that as well, where it just feels a little bit more sluggish. And I'm not sure really why. Like, I don't know why career mode creates such a more intensive thing for the sim to load. So, I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Because if for whatever reason we don't get any memory issues or any issues at all at this airport, which I'll be, again, highly surprised if that doesn't happen, we will switch over to JFK to see if it happens the same as it did on Xbox. But again, I'll be surprised if we don't see the memory pop up here in the next 10 seconds. A320neo V2. Because in my testing over the weekend, there were times where it would do a really fast load like we just saw with the 320. And then this part of the load time would either take 4 to 5 minutes, or would just never load at all. It would just hang on the load time, so it's just such a random experience that's going on. And RHP, I'm glad you're having a better experience. on the beta build, especially when it comes to the free flight side of things. Can fly my A350 on Xbox again and all that lovely stuff. Still not sure what happened to the ATRs, though. Don't know why they're just completely... or whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, Masterclass wants me to do a collaboration. Okay. I love these spam emails. Even if it was a real one, why would I do... what am I gonna do with that? Go away. So, speaking of the lovely E3 time frame, I know it's not E3 anymore, just the main gaming week of announcements. We will be doing a co-stream of the Summer Game Fest. So if you want to hang out with me as we watch the announcements, we can do so. And if people like it, we can do the Xbox one as well. I think PlayStation has something early this week. Their state of play. Oh yeah, it's tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be Flight Sim and State of Play watching. But here is the prime example of what I was just talking about, though, where the load times have gone up as just crazy on the PlayStation side. Which sometimes it'll never load, and other times it'll be 4 to 5 minutes into the load, and it'll all of a sudden just say, hey, here's your A320 mission. It's like, okay. No, we checked the marketplace, nothing new on the PS5 side. Yep, I'm just always in the beta to try to be as helpful as possible. I mean, sure, it's there for content creation too for me, but I do truly spend all my time in the sim on the beta just to try to help flag some random things that somebody else might not see, just to try to help and make the experience when it does go public as best as it can. So, I mean, I absolutely love the betas for the sim and just messing with it, seeing what I can break, what is broken, and just relaying that information. And yes, the memory, I mean, yeah, especially in career mode, you're going to see it a lot more. There's instances where you'll see it in free flight as well. Not as much, though. I mean, that has been improved. But there's still a lot of work to do, especially on the career side, as well as some work to do on the free flight side. As you can tell here, I mean, it's just... I mean, career mode is the place I play 90% of my time. Live streams, obviously, are different. I don't really like live streaming career mode, especially if it's passenger transport, cargo transport, all that stuff. We might do a firefighting mission or an agricultural spraying mission, and then that's it. But when it comes to the live streams, always in free flight. But any other time, I love career mode. I want to see it succeed, but it's got a long way to go in order to retain people, to keep coming back to it, keep being excited to continue going into it. Because at this point, for me personally, as fun as it is to own the airliners, I mean, once you get there, it's just like, okay, what do I do now? There's really nothing else to spend your credits on other than maintenance, which the maintenance stuff is just boring. The AI pilot stuff is boring. The lack of variety going on in the missions themselves gets boring. I mean, it's just stuff like that I'd love to see improved and changed and evolved. And are we ever going to get that? I don't know. Calling it now. Xbox event on Sunday. Career 2.0 trailer. Oh, that would be so nice, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. So, let me see how long we've been on this load time. I'm going to give it till 5 minutes. If something doesn't happen, we're going to reboot. Holy crap. There's no way. When did I get past the... Did we ever get to the plane? No, we did. I thought I talked about it when it first... Like, it loads really fast, and then afterwards it's just like... There it is. Yeah, so we've been going for 7 minutes. Yeah, this isn't loading. Not loading at all. Hung on load. 7+ minutes. Oh, shoot. Did I restart this? But yep, definitely shouldn't have to do any of that. Brother, you have far more patience than I. I mean, I just try to figure out any possible way to hone in on like a specific reason as to why something is happening. And currently I just can't. Like, I don't... It's just such a weird thing that came with Sim Update 5, and it's just... You know, is it an airport? Is it a plane? Is it the time of day? Is it this? Is it that? Is it... You know, it's just... There's so many different things, but nothing really correlates with each other. And advice on how to pass a license for flying on planes that have this small gear in the back. So, those types of planes, like the Cub and everything like that, they have a very, very low stall speed. You can go like 45, 50 knots and still not stall out. So it's all about going that slow speed and the 3-point landing, where instead of just going for the 2 gears in the front, you want all 3 to land at the same time. So you're basically just floating above the runway, letting it lose its airspeed naturally, and then just dropping onto the runway from the natural loss of speed is the best way to kind of explain that. I'm going to be honest, if I had to choose between third-party marketplace items and a working sim, I would pick the working sim 100% of the time. Now, if we would have a working sim and third-party marketplace, cool, you know, whatever. But the fact that we don't have that is just disappointing, needless to say. No, I knew you were Ostrich. I just thought I'd clarify. And Goose, you are welcome. Hopefully that helps out. I came back 2 weeks before SU5 and was having a great time. Have the 3 cargo Airbuses and Premium Deluxe. Update drops and I can't fly anything bigger. Mid-size PC-12. Yep. It's definitely a shame. I mean, it's just... It sucks to get to the point where it's like, man, everything's working great. From the big airliners to the small general aviation, things couldn't get better. And SU5 came in like the Kool-Aid man and said, forget you, you're not going to have any more fun with anything bigger than a 172. But alright, let's see if the A321 wants to work. I mean, just like with heavy and super heavy cargo, I was... you wait so long for it, and it just kind of fell flat regarding the experience with it. Alright, A321 has done fine. I don't know what was with the A320.
To work with you today. I'm your first officer, Test Cell Schoonmakers. Nice to meet you.
We're gonna try something here. I want to try the A320 Neo again to see if we have a different outcome, or if it'll just do another long... I'm not gonna wait 7 minutes this time. If it doesn't do it within 2 minutes or so, we're gonna just bail out of it, but I just want to see. Because the other thing I'm going to do too, not on this stream of course, is on both Xbox and PlayStation. I'm going to do what we've done in this stream today and restart every single time, because that's typically what I do. I just didn't want to do it here because then we would have been here even longer going through this. But I'm going to do everything that we did on the stream, both on Xbox and PlayStation, load into the airport, restart the sim, load into the airport with the next plane, restart the sim over and over again just to see if something does change. In my testing over the weekend, it was hit or miss. Sometimes it was fine, other times it would just be broken like it was otherwise. You know, it's just... that's why it's so difficult to kind of hone in on what's actually happening. Because, you know, it's obviously not the plane. Because if it was the plane, we'd be having the same issue all over the place, regardless of what handcrafted airport we're at. But is it also a mix of the plane and the location it's going into? Is it the airport's optimization not playing friendly with the plane? You just go down a rabbit hole of all these different questions like, okay, if I do it this way, will this happen? Well, now this is broken when it didn't happen with this, and it becomes this big web of just conflicts. So again, the A320 gets to that menu very quickly. And now we'll see if it does the same thing it did the first time. It's all heavy cargo's fault. Honestly, I just thought the payouts were going to be a lot better for it. It's so similar to the first airliners you get that it just kind of deflated all the excitement for it. It's just like, I can get pretty much the same payout from a $100 million 737 purchase that I'm getting from an almost $300 million purchase. You know, it's just the balance of payouts just in general across career mode really make no sense. I should have started a timer, but I'm just using my YouTube stream as a timer. Okay. So we're already at pretty much 2 minutes. So it looks like the A320 just doesn't want to load at all at this airport. It was released on Friday, Medicine. 1.7.30.0. So this is certainly a plane issue here, because I mean, we already saw the A310 and the A321 just load in normally. Like, there was nothing abnormal about that load time. Oh, okay, it did end up loading in at what, 3 minutes? Long load, 3 minutes.
Good morning.
And no
So,
performance
flying to Bougainville?
issues.
What a meeting place.
Or, memory issues, I should say. But see, that's the crap I'm talking about. It's just...
Captain, it's Daniela.
It's so random.
Passengers are ready for boarding. Waiting on your okay.
Livery's broke. You can see it flickering. Wow. It's not even a LOD thing, it's just, must be the new, like, strobe effect paint. Let me... I'll worry about it. I'll just add a note here. Pacifica Airlines livery broke. Okay, so now I'm interested... Hang on. Is that happening anywhere in the sim? Or is this just more career mode nonsense? I've never seen a livery do that before. All these hours, never saw that. That's fascinating. Was that thunder? What was that? Everything's going off outside, folks. New feature, animated liveries. We shall get animated liveries before we can change our liveries. It'd be like Call of Duty weapon skins or something. It's not freaking out here, but... Oh, no, it is. So it's not just a career thing. But now the yellow isn't doing it, it's just the brown. Let me add that to my notes. Check PC and Xbox on that. Check PC, Xbox versions for replication. Interesting. All right. Anyways, back to our regular testing here. Next up is the A330. I'm not going to really worry too much about the engines, but we did do a GE on the Xbox. We'll do a Rolls-Royce. And then, of course, I'm going to retest all of this that we did and restart the sim every single time. So it'll be a hefty test, but it'll be worth it. Maybe we can get somewhere closer to figuring out why it's happening. I don't want the 200. Oh, do I? We'll do the 200. It's fine. I'll add that as a note. 200 Rolls-Royce. I don't want to do the freighter. No. Well, that was GE. I like how the filter doesn't always work. It's so random. Like, it shows as filtered, but it just brings you everything anyways. I don't know what it just did. Now it doesn't show me anything. Just... Why is it just the 200? Because there is... Oh, no, there are missions. I don't know what it's doing, but okay. Filter wants to be a bit of a filtering pain. There's enough cargo missions here. Oh, I'm in freelancer, no wonder. Okay, if I knew there was going to be like 8 million cargo missions, I would have also filtered out that. I'm going to assume there's just no 200 missions. So just here, I'll find it on my own, thanks. Now I can't get to the filter that I have. There we go. Just thanks for nothing, appreciate it. I'll find it on my own. You know what? Just give me the A330, thanks. We're gonna just do it that way. It's no waste of time. Change that. A330 GE. Perfect. I think that's thunder. Do we got a storm brewing? Gotta go watch it then. There is. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're in slight risk today. Why are we in slight risk? I doubt it. My handy dandy super weather app that I love using doesn't show any rain here, so whatever. It's all gonna go north of us. Yeah, Sue, I do not have any information on the B105, but I'm looking forward to getting over to the Xbox, for sure. Oh, I'm perfect, Simon. We'll have sharks chasing belugas. How dare you? The beluga is very nice. It does not deserve to be chased by sharks. And then we'll just go through the 737, 747, and 787 line and see how it's doing there. But so far, it seems like everything's happy over here, which is nice to see. Because if you try to use these planes in the base or public version of SimOpte 5, it is not that experience whatsoever. But yeah, definitely going to be retesting this at JFK as well. I just didn't want to do the same airport. It's always good to get some other samples just to see, because then that way you can see what's going on regarding if the issues with an airport, with a plane, or something else. So, but I'll do that all off camera. I'm sure you're already sick of my 3 hours of beta testing. Which I can't believe it's been a 3-hour stream. This has gone by pretty quick. Uh-oh. Don't like that bounciness. It's always funny how the A330, you want it to be fake running. I don't know what it's really doing, but it's like it's on, but it isn't. Because if it isn't on, the career doesn't work, the mission, so. Alright, this is fine here. So the only thing really that's been an issue is the A320. So we'll just quickly run through the 700 series. Actually, no. We're gonna do something quick here. I'll do the Boeings on my own. I'm going to take the 3 major ones that we had issues with on Xbox and bring them to JFK really quick. And that'll be a good way to wrap up the stream. I want to go watch the thunder roll. The A330 was definitely a mess. That's the one that crashed a lot. So, GE, let's do it. Let's check it out. Because, I mean, the A310 was great, A321, the A330, no issues at all, which is nice to see. That is an improvement, for sure. I just don't know why the A320 acted really, really weird there. Where it had a long load time, didn't want to load, a restart. The load still was long, 3+ minutes. And I'll have to double check that Pacifica Airlines livery. See if that issue is happening on PC and Xbox, because if it is, I will be posting that on the forums. Longest flight I've done in Flight Sim is 13 hours. That was pre-SU5 though, so. But I've been doing some longer flights just on the beta builds with the airliners in free flight. They've all been doing really well. There was one instance with an A330 kind of having that performance drop after landing. Folks, we might be having a better experience on the PlayStation side of the beta as opposed to the Xbox side. Because the Xbox version A330 had low memory, screens on, screens off, back on, mission break, skipped a taxi, led to endless plane crashes. And PlayStation, fine. And let's just run through it. Let's just make the sim work hard here and see if we run into any issues, or if it handles it fine. The next one we had issues with, we had a Wasm crash with the A321 in JFK. And of course, same setup like we have on the Xbox. No third-party add-ons, because we don't have any on PlayStation, of course. Everything's set to medium. We have live traffic, live multiplayer, live weather. All that is set the same. And of course, I wasn't there the whole time. A lot of times in the beta, I wanted to see the extent of a flight and how it handles longer times. So I would just let it sit there. I love using the Global Hawk, the drone, because that thing just has a huge flight time. So I just have that thing kind of circling around. Most of the time just going in a straight line, so it loads a bunch of stuff just to see how it does. But on the beta tests, I've been using the airliners, and things have been looking good. I've done an A321 flight with an Air New Zealand livery, and an A330 flight that lasted about 3 hours long each, and things were looking pretty decent. Alright, so next, A321 or an A320. Whatever comes first in our list here. Really? That's it? What is happening here? Why are there hardly any missions? Got the 787. Well, crap. Why is there such a lack of... Back this up a little bit. By the way, it looks like live missions are back, at least for VIP. I see the red dot there. That's crazy. Why are there... What is this? Is there a filter accidentally on or something? How are there no A3? There are. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what's happening. And now there's... Okay, I don't know what that list was, but I was about to say, there's no way that's the only missions at JFK. Alright, let's see. So the Neo does not like Amsterdam. Took forever to load. So I'm interested to see how it does in JFK after other loads into the sim from other missions. On PlayStation, nothing on the marketplace. I haven't looked at the Xbox and PC side yet. Oh, and the other thing with those airliner flights that I was doing, no avionics issues either regarding the free flight stuff, which is nice to see. I need to do more testing with things like the PC-24, because are they still having the reset of the avionics going on? Or is it the PC-12? Either way, there were a few planes that would just, especially on PlayStation, or only on PlayStation, the avionics would keep resetting randomly. Sometimes it would happen right after or right before landing in IFR conditions, which really sucks. So I'm hoping some fixes have happened with that too. Oh, this is normal. That always goes fast for that. So we'll see if the A320 has issues loading into New York here. Nope. Load's fine here. Okay. So it's not a wide anywhere you load with the A320 issue. No. Interesting. So the PlayStation's doing much better at New York than the Xbox is. There's no low memory prompts or any of that. That's fascinating. And this is, of course, back to back. This isn't us restarting every time either, so. Alright, and then the other one we had, a Wasm crash, was the A321. Because on Xbox, the A320 Neo had low memory 2 times. The avionics did work, but we didn't have any low memory prompts here. And then for the A321, it was low memory and a Wasm crash, so. And we'll see how the A321 does here. And this is exactly another reason why I like to test things differently too, instead of it always being, okay, it's because you need to restart the console all the time. Because now we're getting evidence that that's not the case at all. But it's always good to test it different ways. So like we're just going brute force, just right back to back to back to back loads to see if that causes any issues. And then of course I'll test it off stream with restarts. But so far it seems like the PlayStation version is doing much better than the Xbox version in the beta. Because the only issue we've run into with all the Airbuses that we've spawned into so far was just the A320's long load. Everything else, there hasn't been a single memory pop-up or anything, which I'm highly surprised about. I'm happy to see. Hopefully we can get that experience on the Xbox side as well in the beta. Oh, I destroyed some more fences yesterday, Simon. And 787 KLM. I mean, 787. I mean, it's just. It's. I don't really know why the livery would cause any issues, because I think we've. I'll have to double check it, but. The livery really shouldn't affect anything, but you never know. I'll look at it later, though. The A350 is in PS5. Are you asking, or is it actually there? Because I'll check it out after this anyways. No memory issues, everything loaded in, and... no livery issue with Pacific on the A321. Wow. Quite a different experience over here. Interesting. Alright. We're getting somewhere, folks. We are. That makes me happy. I'm asking. Yeah, I was assuming so. No, it is not. Let me see if I'll do a quick test of it. But yeah, interesting. Complete night and day difference between Xbox and PlayStation. I will continue to grow that list and see what's going on. Let's spawn it at JFK. Let's see if it's truly a problem here. Just coming in here with the A350 is in PS5. Okay. And then, I don't know. It's unbelievable. Hopefully soon, though, it'll be on there. What's Kiwi doing there? I see you, Kiwi. Trying to spy on me in career mode? Well, it loaded in. No memory issues, and yeah, I'm not seeing any issues. Not a single issue, as a matter of fact. Which, again, I'm not surprised by. I mean, Free Flight on Xbox and PlayStation is way better than it ever was. It hasn't loaded in the art on... There it is. I was about to say, I'm like, why am I seeing satellite imagery? But yep, all loaded in, everything's done, good frame rate. Oh, I do see an issue though. KLM's floating off the aircraft for some reason. So there's one issue. Is that supposed to be on the gear flap, maybe? Oh, you don't... Oh, no, there it is. I'm assuming it's supposed to be on the engine. There was that globe again. I don't know why I keep seeing that. That's weird. Anyways, sorry, I don't know why I'm so... But, yep, not seeing any issues with the livery other than that floating sticker on the edge of the engine there. This doesn't have a cabin. Or does it? No. Or at least you can't walk into it. You can, of course, shove the showcase camera into it. But it's just really basic, just so you can see it from outside. But it does mess up the tail at a certain distance. That is... I see what you mean by the KLM logo. That's just an LOD thing. Well, now it's always there. I don't know what it's doing. But anyways, it's there and then sometimes not there. The Saab 340 can't be controlled because you're not turning off the gust lock. Which I'll end off the stream with showing that. I'm excited to test more now because, wow, what a difference. I'm happy to see that. There is progress being made, so that's awesome. Even in career mode, which I wasn't expecting to see that, so that makes me happy. Got the memory issue there, but again, the Saab 340 is another one of those planes that I've never really been too much of a fan of, just due to its performance. Same with the Cessna Longitude. It's not perfect, but we're getting somewhere. So this right here, the gust lock lever, if that's engaged, you can see nothing's happening. When that is disengaged, you can see we have full free and clear controls. And that'll of course let you taxi around as well. So if you don't disengage the gust lock, you're not going to have any control over anything. So that's always a good thing to keep in mind too, outside of the AnyBuilds aircraft that need the rudder tiller. If you have no control over an aircraft, there's probably a gust lock holding everything in place. But cool. Alright everybody, that was a 3 hour and 20 minute testing spree where we're making progress, thankfully. I'm really happy to see that. Not sure what's going on with the Xbox version of it, but hopefully it'll kind of start matching up with the PlayStation, because PS5 Pro was loading into these airports in career with ease, no memory pop-ups, no WASM crashes. Very nice. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed something a little bit different on the channel. I know it wasn't just about flying specifically. I just think it's really fascinating. I love beta testing. I love breaking things and figuring out why they're breaking. So, that's that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.